Hello, and welcome to Wednesday morning with Mystic Fitness. I would like to welcome you all here for today. Happy to join you from Victory Field. Again, we have these classes live and streaming to you at Victory Field. During the week, it's at 8 a.m. That's been a shift. And then on the weekends, the Saturday and Sunday, it's at 9. So I hope you're able to join us. We do have a class tonight at 6 that will be done here at Victory Field. Just to let you know, that one is not live streamed. Erin is subbing for it for tonight. And so we really want you to come and join us. Again, the only way you can get to be a part of it is to be here. We are also accepting graciously donations, and we have masks available. So please reach out to us. Together, we work as a community, and we can't be here without your support. And so it means more than you could ever know to us. So thank you, thank you, thank you for consideration. So my name is Kat, and I'll be guiding you through this practice for today. So let's get into a comfortable position. If you choose to be seated, that's wonderful. If you want to lie down on your back, just allow for your body to become available. Give yourself a deep breath in. And open up your mouth and just let it go. Take another deep breath in. And let it go. And let that feeling of softness just roll over you. Let the muscles in the face become really slack and heavy. The shoulders just slide down the back, and any kind of sensation of holding, let it just wash over you. Let your mind's eye scan the body, just weaving around. And maybe there's even some subtle shifts within the body, some gentle movement so that you can coax the body into softness. See what there is to take in this moment. You might notice sounds from within the room you're in or within this space. Sounds from my voice. Or you could even get lost in the space between the sound. And just be aware of what is available to you at this moment. Notice how when you're focusing in on this moment, all of the white noise of life just becomes background noise. You might start to notice thoughts creeping in. And maybe what the practice of yoga isn't that we eliminate these thoughts, it's that we redirect. So let's direct our focus to our breath. As you inhale, feel the belly expand. Notice the ribs starting to grow. And there is this spaciousness around the top of the chest. And as you exhale, pull the belly in towards the spine. Let the ribs knit together and the chest just gently falls. As you inhale, really soften the belly. Notice any resistance that you meet. the ribs, the chest, everything starts to grow. And as you exhale, pull the belly button in towards the spine, and everything comes back to home base. Giving yourself 2 more long, slow breaths. Follow the breath. Lean into this moment, right here, right now. Notice what it feels like for you to greet resistance, to bow to it. And give yourself 1 more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, open up the mouth and just let it go. If you are lying down on your back, I encourage you to gently and kindly make your way up into a seated position. Notice what it feels like when you've been told to move somewhere. Are you rushing to that next place, or can you just embrace and move with this generosity to the body? And once you're up in a seated position, just start to move the neck, the head, the shoulders. And just move in this very primal way. I love that idea where there's not this sense of direct control. It's more of a conversation that you're having with your body. Allow for the jaw to soften as you circle out the neck, and you can even look over the left shoulder, the right shoulder. Notice how everything is connected. So if you feel tension in one part of the body, notice where the tension roots down from and where it goes up to. And just coming into center, rooting down through the hips. Let the arms come by your sides, and on your inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Maybe the gaze follows up. Maybe there's a lift of the corners of your mouth, and as you exhale, lower the chin to chest, hands to next to the hips. Inhale, reach up, lift the chin. Be proud of this moment. As you exhale, lower the hands down, flex through the palms. And 1 more time. Inhale, reach up tall. Hold the arms up at the top, make 2 fists, circle out those wrists, even offering some gentle side-to-side movements. Wiggle the fingers, see if you can kind of get out those cricks, cracks, and creaks that might have worked their way in from last night. And then slowly release the hands down to the earth. Bring your hands to your heart space and gently bow your chin. Notice what it feels like palm to palm. Maybe the only touch we receive is our own touch. So let that be healing. Let that be comforting. Notice what brought you here today for your practice, and let's see if we can let that be the fabric of what we work on today, the foundation. Take a deep breath in and out. And we'll make our way slowly into our tabletop position. So in tabletop position, you can use some blocks. I always have mine towards the front of my mat, or boxes. I know a lot of people are getting a lot of shipment in the mail. They work great as boxes, as blocks. So fingertips pressing in, palms down. We'll find some cats and cows. As you inhale, lift the tailbone, open up the heart space. Let the front of the arms face the front of your mat. As you exhale, tuck the pelvis, round the back, push it up to the sky, and gently shift hips back to heels. As you inhale, lift the tailbone, open up the heart space, even find some motion in the head and the neck. And as you exhale, tuck the pelvis, round back. And 2 more times, lifting the tailbone, close your eyes. I've said this before and I'll say it for forever. As you exhale, tuck the pelvis, round the back. Tune into the sensation rather than the expectation. And last time, inhale, open up the chest. And exhale, tuck the pelvis, round the back. Inhale, coming into center. We're going to take that right foot and step it towards the back of your mat, lifting it up at hip height. We're anchoring through our hands and through our left knee. And I want you to really press your hands into the mat so you're not dumping your weight down. We're taking back what gravity takes away from us. So push and lift, activate the body. Draw into the abdominals so the core is nice and tight. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, curl the knee into the chest and round the back. Inhale, extend the leg. As you exhale, you're going to let your torso come down by bending your elbows, push up, and then press back up. As you exhale, knee into chest, round the back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw those elbows back, torso comes down, and press back up. Knee into chest as you exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend those elbows. And press up. Slowly drop your right foot to the back of your mat so the arch is down. We're going to come into a modified side plank. Right arm stretches up to the sky. So if you find balance really curious, just open up the left foot and you can come onto the left fingertips. That might feel better for the wrist. And then extend that right arm towards the front of your mat. Reach it to the front of your mat. Yeah, tuck the pelvis. Take a deep breath into any of those tighter sensations. And then as you exhale, release the right hand down, release the right knee down. Left foot goes to the back of the mat, and then lift it up at hip height. Notice if you have that hip lifted up really high, see if you can draw it down just a little bit more. Press into the hands, root down. We press down so we can lift up. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, curl the left knee into the chest. As you inhale, extend. As you exhale, bend your elbows and press up. Exhale, knee into the chest, rounding the back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend the arms and press up. Last full time, rounding the back. Press that foot back. Bend the arms and press up. Drop the left arch down to the mat behind you and lift that left arm up to the sky. Again, if balance becomes curious, the right foot goes out a little bit and maybe you come on to the right fingertips. Might feel better for the wrist. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. As an option, extend that left arm towards the front of your mat. Bicep and ear get nice and close together. Tuck the pelvis. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release. Left hand, left knee down. Start to circle out those hips, creating a big, gigantic, sweeping circle. And notice what it feels like for you to get bigger or smaller. Just listen to what feels right for your body. Breathing, give yourself 2 more breaths. Maybe you're pressing forwards and backwards, or maybe you rest your body in child's pose. Giving yourself 1 more breath. And we'll settle our body into child's pose so the knees can open as wide as it feels comfortable. Big toes might touch, forehead rests down. And if it doesn't hit the mat, your hands make some beautiful support. So you flapjack style or hot potato style, you can rest your forehead anywhere that feels comfortable for you. Notice what it feels like here for you to breathe into the whole back line of the body. Notice here, sounds that you might hear. Notice the rush of life around you and how by coming into our breath, we offer a moment to just pause, to consider, to just be. Know that this place is always here for you if you need to just linger in a sensation, to rest, to be mindful of what it is that you need for today. Giving yourself one more breath. And out. If your arms aren't extended to the front of the mat, I encourage you to do that now. And then slowly walk the hands over to the right side of your mat. That left hand is going to wiggle a little bit further if it can. And then press the hips back towards your heels. All right, now stay with me. You're going to bring your right hand under your right shoulder, palm down. Yeah, palm under the right shoulder. Yeah, and then lift the right shoulder higher than the left. So you're trying to look up and over the right shoulder. A little hint of a twist. Take a deep breath in. And out. Slowly unwinding the torso, come back to center. Notice how when you come out of a posture, you're still part of the posture. So be super mindful. Walk those hands over to the left side of your mat. Walk that right hand a little bit further. Notice what it feels like to even press down with that right hand firmly into the mat. Maybe that firmness feels good. Different activation. Left hand under the left shoulder, palm facing down, and see if you can lift that left shoulder higher than the right. Little hint of a twist within that lateral extension, that side bend. Should feel a deep stretch within that right shoulder. Take a deep breath in and out. As you inhale, come back to center, and then pushing up, tabletop position. We're gonna then walk our hands back towards our legs and come into a kneeling position. So once we're in our kneeling position, tuck those toes under a lot, if that feels okay for you. If it doesn't, you can always relax as much as you need to. Hands are gonna come to hips. We're gonna do toe screaming stand. It sounds nice, right? So from here, I want you to slowly start to let your hips press back towards your heels. Now, you can take this at any level that you need to, and know that you're not going to break. Toe health, foot health is really important, and a lot of times we neglect it when we're walking around, going from place to place. We walk with heavy feet. If we're kind to our feet, they take care of us. They get us from point A to point B. So think about that. A lot of places start from that base. So notice when you face a challenge, when something feels really stressful, do you pinpoint on that stress? Maybe. Or maybe you back away and you're like, okay, maybe I think about the sky. Maybe I think about a body part that doesn't feel so intense. Yeah. Take one more breath. And out. Now to come out of it, be super kind, lift up, use those quads, hands come down to the ground, and then pad those feet. Oh, right? You don't realize how tight your feet are until you do something and you're like, holy heck. Now slowly come on up. We're gonna come back into a kneeling position. This time the feet are flat. Hands at hips, or hands can be in front, whatever feels best. I'm gonna have mine on my hips. From here, you're going to draw your hips back towards your heels, but don't rest them. Once they're back and they're hovering over the heels, let the torso lean back. You should feel this, quads, hip flexors, and then use your core and the quads to come up, right? So inhale, lean those hips back, lean the torso back, and drive up from those hips, from those hip flexors. Press back, and remember, don't compare what I'm doing, middle of your journey, to maybe the beginning of someone else's, or vice versa. Hips back, torso back, and squeeze to come up. 3 more times. Back, lean back, use your core to come up. Notice how in this position, everything is so interconnected. You feel that, whoa, right away. Last time. Hips, torso, and drive to come up. Reach those arms up to the sky, and then reach them over to the right on your exhale. Inhale, arms up, and exhale over to the left. Inhale up, bring your hands behind the back of your head and lean back into the fingertips. A slight tuck of the pelvis. Breathe all the way up to the top of your heart space. Flare your nostrils with every inhale, like you're smelling flowers first thing in the morning. And out. Inhale, arms up to the sky. As you exhale, release the hands down on the earth. We're going to tuck those toes and press those hips back and up. Going into your downward facing dog. Know that you're never stuck in concrete, so you might choose to open up the feet to the wide sides of the mat. Pedal out the feet, shake out the head, yes, no. Maybe you want to lift the heels up really high. See if you can draw the abdominals in that much more. Now notice your hands. We want to imagine we're cupping from the center of our palm. So there is this activation of the fingertips into the earth. Take 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Now, bend those knees, lift that tailbone up to the sky, maybe wiggle it for a second. As you exhale, you're gonna walk your feet towards the front of your mat, coming into your forward fold. Forearms can rest on the thighs if you want for a little bit more of a supported position. Shaking out the head, yes or no. If it feels better for you, you can come into more of a ragdoll position, grabbing onto opposite elbows, letting the torso rock side to side, and experiment. You know, a lot of times when we're in a studio, it's hard for us to kind of experiment with what feels right for our body. But when you're in the privacy of your own home, do the weird. It feels good. Like you have permission. So why not take advantage of it? Give yourself 1 more deep breath in and out. Bring your hands to your thighs, bend those knees, rounding the back, tuck chin to chest. As you exhale, roll up to standing. Inhale, arms sweep up to the sky. And exhale, hands come to our heart space. On your inhale, sweep those arms up. As you exhale, sink into your chair, neutralize the lower back as you do it. Make sure those heels are really rooted down. Balls of the feet have a little bit of that pressure into it. Toes, lift them, wiggle them. As you inhale, press into the ground, stand up tall, squeeze the quads. Exhale, sink into your chair. Inhale up and exhale down. So notice as we move from chair to standing, what is it that you're taking in life? What is it that you make space for? What keeps you connected? What keeps you happy and grounded? Now the next time we sink down into our chair, pause here. We're gonna shift that weight over to the right foot. Left foot taps back or stays lifted. And then step it in. And then right foot taps back or stays lifted and tap it in. So we're just gonna tap back and in. Now, you might notice a little bit of that micro balance. You can go as fast or as slow as it feels comfortable for you. You want to Care Bear stare at something in front of you, a low point, and try not to shift the body all around. Breathe, notice the shoulders. Can you relax them? And the next time you have the left foot back, you're gonna hold it there. Reach those arms back. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Take a deep breath in and out. On your inhale, let the torso lift up. Arms sweep up to the sky, broaden the chest. And as you exhale, hinge forward, arms sweep back. And one more time. Inhale, come on up, rise tall. And exhale, sweep those arms back. As you inhale, reach up. As you exhale, root down through your hands. They're going to frame the right foot. You can offer a block underneath that left hand, bending into the right knee. On your next exhale, sweep the right arm up to the sky. Squeeze those inner thighs together. So if your hip lifted really high, see if you can drop them down. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, release the right hand down, and then step the right foot to the back of your mat, coming into your plank. On knees or not, you choose what feels right for you. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, we're going to come all the way down to the ground. All the way. As you hit the ground, hands stay under the shoulders. You're going to root through the pubic bone, squeeze those glutes. On your inhale, head, shoulders lift up. Baby cobra, bring a slight tuck to the chin. And as you exhale, slowly release. Inhale, press up, tabletop position. Exhale, tuck the toes down, dog. Pedaling through the feet. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Bending those knees, look forward, walk, hop. Step your feet to the front of your mat. Give yourself a deep breath in and out. Bend those knees, tuck chin to chest, hands come to the thighs. Inhale. As you exhale, roll up to standing. Inhale, arms sweep up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart space. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, sink into your chair. Imagine you're moving through water. With the way humidity is, sometimes it feels like that. Inhale, stand up tall, but not today. Beautiful wind, beautiful day, sink into your chair. And in reality, we're gonna keep going through these chairs. You know, the life that we have, it's created by our perspective on what's going on today, in this moment. Whether we choose to see the humidity in the day or whether we choose to see the blue sky, it's where we're looking. So where are you looking today? And 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhale. Squeeze the quads, glutes at the top. And exhale. Hold down low. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Neutralize that lower back. Shift the weight to the left foot. Right foot taps back. And then in. And then tap back. And in with the opposite foot. So we're going to just keep going. Don't worry about the pace. Just focus on finding stability. So this is like a little single leg squat that we're doing for a half a second. That holding can strengthen the muscle. It protects the joint. And now as we rush through life, as the chaos comes in, being mindful with what we're doing is paramount for our health, for the happiness, both internally, but for our physical body as well. Because we gotta live with this body. Keep it going. Now the next time you have that right foot back, pause there. Anchor through the feet. So maybe your feet separate widthwise ways. And then sweep those arms back. Get the shoulders away from the ears. Listen, everything is just singing around us. It's like our own symphony. And then on your inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, arms sweep back. Inhale up. And exhale back. Now one more time. Inhale up. This time, as we exhale, hands come down to your mat. You can root down through that right hand with a block or not. Squeeze back leg and front leg in towards each other, and then spiral the left arm up to the sky. Draw shoulders away from the ears, get those hips down. So if they found themselves up, what does it feel like to be down? Maybe it feels harder. That's kind of cool. Challenge yourself. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, release the left hand down. Move the blocks if you have them there, and step that left foot to the back of your mat. High plank, on knees or not. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, low plank, halfway down. Keep the shoulders above those elbows. Flip the feet, inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in. And out. And another deep breath in. And out. Get the feet close to each other at the back of your mat and sweep that right leg up to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, curl the right knee into the right armpit or elbow. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, knee into the armpit or elbow on the right side. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, step the foot to the front of your mat. Keeping that left hand down. On your next exhale, reach right hand up. And exhale, release it down. Anchor through the feet. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms sweep up to the sky. As you exhale, bend both knees. Draw the elbows down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And one more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Torso comes forward, arms sweep back. Slowly taking that left arm, sweep it to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, spiral open, warrior two. So our front foot is facing to the front of our mat. You're never stuck in concrete. So if you want to move your feet to make it work, do so. The left foot is facing 90 degrees or even turned in. Look to that right knee. If you can't see the big toe, then turn that left foot in and adjust. On your inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. High five yourself. Straighten that front leg. Exhale, open it up. Two more times. Inhale up. And exhale down. And last time. And exhale down. Flip that front hand. Inhale, reach it up. On your exhale, spiral into extended side angle. Right elbow comes down. The left arm is going to sweep bicep and ear, become real good friends, nice and close together. On your inhale, tuck the pelvis. Let that torso float up. Now, we're going to find Ardha Chandrasana, our standing half moon. Quite fun when you're outdoors, right? So, shifting into that right foot, you can grab a block on the way, distribute the weight onto the right foot, and start to lift that left leg up. You should look like a weather vane, sideways weather vane. Which way do our winds blow? Notice what it feels like for you to just challenge the body. And if you want to, this is a beautiful, beautiful position to rest against a wall. Feels lovely. Bending into the right knee, softly plant the left foot to the back of your mat. We're going to find Trikonasana. So straighten up the right leg. You're going to reach as far as you can towards that right side, pitching the hips towards the left. Once you can't do anything else, drop right hand down, left hand up to the sky. Now, if that feels a lot for the left shoulder, hand to hip, or half bind with that left arm, it can feel quite nice. Take a deep breath in. What is it like for you to take a full breath when the body is twisted? When the body is in a questionable position? On your inhale, torso comes up. Now dial the right toes to the left side of your mat. 5-pointed star. Open up the palms. Take it all in. As you exhale, hinge forward. Lead with the heart. Lower head, neck, shoulders. Now, if you're a toe inner type of person, notice what that feels like to the outer edge of the ankle. See if maybe if you find a neutral position, does it feel like a little less tension? Maybe a little less is a little bit more. As an option, you can do those side to side lunges, shifting the weight from right to left. And just allow for your breath to be, knowing there's no expectation from me. So why do we put expectations on ourselves? If you come onto the mat and you just want to breathe, you are doing yoga. You're doing this mindfulness focused on you. All right, so coming into center, shift the weight from toes to heels a few times. Yeah, rock the body. And then come into center, bend those knees. On your inhale, roll up to standing. Dial all toes to the front of your mat, to the right. Sweep the arms up to the sky, inhale. As you exhale, lower the hands down. We're gonna then come into a three-legged dog. So the right leg, that front leg, is gonna sweep up to the sky. You're gonna bend the knee, stack right hip on top of the left. Circle at the ankle if that feels good. Come into a neutral position, sweep that right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, step it forward about 2 feet, 3 feet. We're gonna find Parashvattanasana. So I want you to first bend into the right knee and lift the torso up. So as you do that, make sure your feet are facing forward, hips are nice and neutral towards the front. Draw the shoulders down and back. Be proud of who you are in this moment. As you exhale, soften the right knee. Start to hinge forward from the hips. As you hinge forward from the hips, then let the body fold over the right thigh, the right leg. Shake out the head, yes. Hands can rest on blocks or anywhere that feels comfortable. Shake out the head, yes. No. Wiggle the hips. Notice even what it feels like shifting far from the front foot to the back foot. So like a record, habit is going to take you to one place. That's a place we've already been. We know where to go. But exploration, curiosity, that's going to take you everywhere. So take out that curiosity card and like a childlike wonder, just wonder what makes us us. Give yourself one more deep breath in and out. Slowly bending into that right knee and lifting up. Torso comes up nice and slowly. You're going to stack your hands on the right thigh. Torso comes forward. I want you to look ahead of you, 5-6 feet. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And then start to shift that weight forward. So all of the weight goes onto the right foot. That left leg is just going to magically start to lift. When you do things slower, more things happen. And maybe you play around with lifting up that leg higher, relaxing the shoulders. Bend the right knee and press back into the right glute. Draw the abs in. Gaze can go anywhere that feels good. Slight tuck of the chin is nice. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly plant that left foot to the back of your mat and release the hands to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left plank. On knees or not, choose your poison. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, high plank, low plank, or all the way down. Inhale to a cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog, through tabletop or not. Take a deep breath in and out. And give yourself one more deep breath in and out. Walk your feet together on the back of the mat. Sweep that left leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, hug the left knee into the left armpit or elbow. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, hug it forward. Inhale up. And exhale, step the foot to the front of your mat. Anchoring down into that left foot. Slowly lift up, crescent lunge. Take a deep breath in right here. And out. Straightening that front leg, reach up tall. As you exhale, bend both knees. Draw those elbows down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And one more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Let the torso sweep forward. Arms sweep back. Pausing here, draw shoulders away from the ears. That right arm is going to sweep to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, spiral open, warrior two. So as you spiral open into your warrior two, draw shoulders away from the ears. Look down to that left foot. Can you see the toe? If not, turn that right foot in. Heel to heel, heel to arch, whatever feels best for your body. We don't all fit in that cookie cutter, so what feels right for you? We're gonna find our little warrior two jumping jacks. So on your inhale, stretch those arms up to the sky, reach up tall, and as you exhale, open it up. Inhale, reach up tall, and exhale, spiral it open. Last time, inhale, reach up tall, squeeze that left quad, upper thigh, and exhale, open it up. Flip the front hand up to the sky, and on your inhale, left arm up, right hand anywhere that feels comfortable, half bind, or down to that right leg. Don't lose the bend in that left knee. As you exhale, extended side angle, left elbow down, right arm sweeps up to the front of your mat. Bicep gets nice and close to the cheek, close to the ear. Take a deep breath in here, tuck the pelvis, draw that right shoulder back. And on your inhale, torso comes up. So we are gonna find our Ardha Chandrasana in towards that left. So if you need to grab a block or support, take the support you need to in this world. As you shift towards that left foot, anchor down. Start to lift that right leg up. So again, sideways weather vane, picture it. That's you. Which way does the wind blow you? And I always like to play. Somehow when I play, I bend my knees. If I fall out of it, it feels like no big deal. You know, no big deal. We're just playing. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to bend the left knee and softly plant the right foot to the back of your mat. Straighten up the left leg. Pitch the hips to the right. Reach as far as you can to the left. Reach, reach, reach without locking the left knee. And then once you can't do anything else, drop that left hand down, right arm up to the sky. This is a twist. Take one more deep breath in. And out. Tucking the pelvis, inhale, torso comes up. And then as you exhale, we're going to dial those left toes in the direction of the right. 5-pointed star, open up the chest. And exhale, hinge forward. Shake out the head, yes. And no. You might even want to do some twists of the torso just to see what that feels like. Massaging the lower back. massaging our soul. Give yourself just one more breath. And out. And then slowly bending our knees, we're going to roll up to standing. As we roll up to standing, we're going to dial all toes to our left, back to the front of our mat. The arms are going to sweep up to the sky. And then as you exhale, plant the hands down. That left leg is going to sweep up to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack left hip on top of right, if that feels good. If it doesn't, don't do it. Coming back to center, inhale. As you exhale, step that left foot forward about 2-3 feet and roll up to standing. Hands come to hips. Draw shoulders away from the ears. Adjust as we find Parashvattanasana. Start to hinge at the hips as that torso starts to fold forward. Notice if you lock the leg on the way down. Let the hands come and frame the front foot, the left leg, left foot. With blocks or not, blocks feel wonderful. Give yourself just a couple breaths. And one more breath. Now, rooting down into that left foot, start to allow for the torso to lift up. How do we move? When we're slow, we can be nothing but mindful. Stack your hands on top of the left thigh. As you prepare to take off in airplane, shift that weight forward. And then start to notice what it feels like to anchor down as that right leg starts to lift. Keep the body stable. Notice any movement that comes from the ankle. That's us strengthening the body. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Give yourself one more deep breath in and out. Gently and softly plant the right foot to the back of your mat. Arms sweep up. As you exhale, hands down, step the left foot back to meet the right. Plank. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, high plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Sweep that right leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, hug the right knee in towards the chest. Drop the shin down on the mat to the front. I'm going to face towards the opposite direction. So from here, I want you to use that left leg to pull back. Pull back. Now, if this feels really aggressive, pigeon, you can drop down onto the right hip. Let the right arch come down inside of the knee. And you can come more from a softer place. If you're looking for a little bit more intensity for this, because you have the flexibility, just let the front of the knee face down. And I want you to, instead of rushing towards the earth, melt. Just melt. If you need support underneath the right hip, use a towel, a blanket. Even pressing down into the top of the left foot, notice what it feels like to activate the left quad. You can offer support of blocks or anything underneath the head, the chest. So this is one of those positions that can feel a myriad of sensations. We want this to feel like a deep opening within that right hip flexor, the right hip. Inner thigh might feel it. And again, where we pinpoint that focus, especially if it feels aggressive, you're going to start to think of all the other things that are aggressive. So I like to think about the bottom of my left foot. Bottom of the left foot feels good. So how amazing is it that at one place of the body it feels like nothing's happening, and on the other it feels like, whoo, a lot. So are you focusing on the place that feels good, or maybe the place that feels aggressive? It changes, right? With every circumstance and situation we get into. Give yourself another 2 breaths. Even a gentle wiggling of the right toes can feel quite nice. And let that breath fill any of those tighter crevices. Notice the conversation you have with your body. Slowly bring your hands underneath the shoulders and lift to come up. The torso lifts up, tucking the left toes, and we're gonna step back into our downward facing dog. If that doesn't feel accessible for you, tabletop is a beautiful transitional posture to get into as well. But we're gonna just notice the difference between right to left, wiggle the hips. Maybe it feels like there's a lot more space, so we're gonna do that for the left as well. Left leg sweeps up to the sky. And as you exhale, let that knee come forward. Pull back with the right leg. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Notice there's always a little bit more you can get into. Again, if you know what you're doing here, gently let your body melt into it. If you need a little bit more support, option, drop down onto that left hip. The right arch right inside of the knee comes down. So it's a little bit of that like mermaid position that we get into. And you always have the option to do this on your back with that left leg crossed over the right. And sometimes we start in one position and we realize we want to shift deeper. And that's what I like about this position. There's always a place where we can shift deeper into. Noticing the fluctuations from within the mind. Notice where your breath goes. Notice if it's sharp, long. I pause a lot. My word of this year, maybe of my life, is just to consider. I have a lot of people, my family is very small, but a lot of the people in my very small family have differing opinions from me. And I always pause and consider. And remember, at the end of the day, we all want the same things. Happiness, health, protection, love. We just sometimes have different pathways to get there. Give yourself just 2 more breaths. Notice what it feels like to wiggle the tailbone around, to relax the shoulders, to wiggle the left toes. And 1 more deep breath in. And out. So slide those hands under the shoulders. If you're one where you have to do that down dog on the other side, I encourage you, get right on into it. For the rest of us, we're just going to drop down onto the left hip and sweep the right leg forward, bringing the soles of our feet towards each other. Open up the chest. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, start to hinge forward. As you hinge forward, see if you can do this with a flat back. Offering any blocks, pillows, or support underneath the knees can offer up just a little bit more of a deeper sense of a stretch. When our body knows the edge is right there, there's support under it, it almost folds deeper into something. When our body's just hanging up in the air, it wants to secure itself to protect it. So go for the support. Take one more breath right here. And out. Slowly lifting to come up. Bring those knees together. And just hands behind the back. Drop both knees over to the right. Finding that deep internal rotation on the left. External-ish on the left, on the right. Lift up. And we'll do it to the left. And coming back into center. You can grab on behind the backs of the legs and we'll slowly let our body roll down. Giving those knees a squeeze into the chest. Let them rock side to side. And then just let them drop over to the right side. Keep them stacked. But of course, if you choose to come into a different type of a twist, maybe that right leg extends down the mat. If you find the left shoulder having a hard time staying rooted, you might even just drop that left arm closer into the body. Let the cheeks become soft. The journey inwards is the longest journey we'll ever take. And in this journey, we'll see the most beautiful things and things that make us want to turn away. But we embrace it. The beauty, the joy, the sadness. It's what makes up the chapters of our life. Slowly let those knees lift up and then drop them over to the opposite side. And at the end of each day, regardless of if a storm scared me or how much I slept or didn't sleep in a night, I want to know that I lived each day, that I embraced each moment, and that I find forgiveness for those times when I find myself staring at my phone. It's life. And slowly take your time. Let those knees lift up. Give them one more squeeze into the chest. Circle out those ankles. Extend the legs down the mat. Extend the arms. Stretch them out. And then slowly find your way into your Shavasana. Letting the legs open a little bit wider. The toes drop out open. The palms of your hands can face up towards the sky. Let everything go what happened or maybe didn't happen during practice. Let go of any forced breath. Get lost in the space between the sound. And notice your body on your mat. Let the breath start to grow. And maybe either staying where you are or encouraging some movement from within the body, letting the head rock from side to side. Fingers can move. Maybe reach those arms above the body to find a full, long stretch. And then rocking your body into a fetal position if you choose. And gently guiding your body up to seated. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra and let them rest right at your third eye. Practice kind thoughts for others, but most importantly for yourself. Bring your hands to your lips. Practice kind words for others, but most importantly for yourself. And bring your hands to your heart space. Practice kind actions for others, but most importantly for yourself. Thank you so much for joining us today. All that I am bows to all that is within you. Namaste. So thank you so much for joining. Again, please visit us tonight, 6 p.m. For Flow Yoga with Erin, Victory Fields. It's not being live, done through Facebook. It's only done live on the field, I should say. So please join us for that. And again, we're here every weekday from 8 to 9, and then weekends at 9. And your support means a lot to us. So stay curious. Keep lifting the corners of your mouth up to the sky and embrace what we can embrace. Thank you for joining.